Inkosi. Good afternoon, Inkosi.
Good afternoon, Mama Elise.
Great.
A blessing, it's a blessing and an honor.
Right, it's an honor here too. All right, you tagged me the other day with a poem that you wrote. And from you tagged me on that poem, I started researching a little bit more and seeing some more of your poems on Instagram it was, right? And,
yes,
and it really impressed me, and that is why I invited you here on Spoken Word Wednesday this afternoon. So welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So you are really Sanjay Facey, but you call yourself Inkosi.
Yes.
All right. So let us find out a little bit about Sanjay, and then we get into Inkosi. What community are you from?
I am from this community called Mayfield in Manchester originally, But for the greater part of my years, I spent most of my years between St. Elizabeth and St. James. I spent a little time in St. James, but most of it was spent in St. Elizabeth.
Okay, fine. All right. And were you always excited about spoken word? And if you were, how did you get that way?
I wouldn't say excited. It started back in high school, I think, when I started writing.
Which school?
I attended Balaclava High School.
Okay.
I finished up at Balaclava. I started in Homewood in Christian. I finished up in Balaclava at the Balaclava High School, now Roger Clark High School.
Okay.
So I started writing and using this avenue to channel the energies that I have built up, these emotions. I needed an outlet. And so I started writing. Becoming interested in spoken word now was a little later in life when I realized that this is actually a powerful medium for me to reach out to people, for me to contribute positively to community development, to development of oneself. By channeling my energy, I am able to probably influence another person to rethink certain things and to reapply themselves in certain areas rather than other areas, namely positive areas, because that is why I try to do spoken word along the positive side. Yeah.
You have a powerful voice. Even just talking to me here now, you have a powerful voice. And I'm glad that you're using this voice in a positive way. So you mentioned that you use the spoken word as an outlet to express your emotions.
Yeah.
Which many people use as an outlet, even people who don't consider themselves to be poets. So my question to you would be, having used the spoken word as an outlet to express your emotions, having written them down, did they actually help to expel or bring to light or make you understand yourself more and the emotions that you wanted to express?
Most definitely, no. Most definitely. Because one of the things that it does for me is that I don't get up. I am not a writer. Let me put that out there. I'm a poet. A writer finds himself in an obligation to write these things in a way to suit a particular audience. Is in that a writer is presenting a product. I am not presenting a product. I am a poet. I am representing energy.
Wow.
Right? So in representing energy, these are my raw thoughts. They're not edited. When I'm through with it, I don't go through and then take out some and replace it so that somebody or a particular group of people will like it. It is a representation of what my thoughts. And so I write as the thought flows. I don't get up today and say, boy, I have to write a poem, because the people will need this. No. For me, all my poems are an embodiment of mindful experience, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. So when I put it, I know that no situation is unique to any man. So whatever I'm experiencing at a given time, somebody has already experienced that and somebody will experience that further on down the line. Coming across this poetic piece, if it should reach you before you experience this, you might be able to learn or draw back from this expression and how you can deal with this situation when confronted.
Very well said. I saw on Instagram a poem that you wrote about your father, which I know is one of your, as you described it, you're representing your energy. And then there was another one that I found very interesting, the way how you worded it. And it was about mental illness, in fact, schizophrenia.
Yes.
And I that one really touched my heart. What inspired that one?
On a daily basis, in our beautiful society, Jamaica, we see the less fortunate. We can identify that they are in a different situation from you and I. Mm-hmm. We go about our daily business in a, what we would say, a rational manner, doing things to benefit us in a positive way. They are just basically existing. They don't have this rationale to know that they are not impacting themselves or the society in a positive way because they have lost that cognitive ability to understand this simple reality. Mm-hmm. And in doing so, I recognize that there are a lot of people who are going about their daily duties in a rational manner, but they are suffering silently. Mm-hmm. Because they look like us, they dress like us, they come to work, they struggle through the day, and we don't know that they are struggling, and they go back home, and they shut themselves in for the period of time that they are home, and that is when they actually get to express the struggle, but we are not there to see it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And having this knowledge, it brings to life this poem where I can speak on their behalf.
You say you speak on their behalf, and you did it so brilliantly, considering that you yourself may or may not suffer from a mental illness. How did you immerse yourself so deeply in how they felt?
I would say it's nature's way of shaping one's mentality. You see, if you are able to see yourself as a part of the universe, rather than to see yourself as an individual who has dominion or power over the universe, then it allows you to see yourself in a situation less than you actually are in. Mm. It allows you to embody this energy, knowing that tomorrow you could be this very person, living this very life.
Mm. That's a lot of empathy, and that's a wonderful thing in a world where we lack so much empathy.
Yeah, because we truly lack that.
Wow.
You know?
But you know something though, Inkosi, I'm here listening to you, and I'm thinking to myself, what a powerful communicator. But you are a firefighter. So
yes, I am.
How do you work with fire and then work with words? Is there any correlation?
I still haven't identified such a correlation. The thing about being a firefighter is that it allows you to become very selfless. We sacrifice ourselves on a daily basis, unconsciously, because this is who we have become over the years. Mm-hmm. And I would like to take a little moment to be grateful to the other firefighters, and to be grateful to society for accepting us, to be grateful to our families, because not all firefighters go into this service and remain the same person or come out the same person they went in. It affects us in many ways, and our families have to sacrifice. They make great sacrifice to accept the change us, the damaged us.
Have you ever written about that experience?
No, I haven't written about it in the sense that you would look at it and say that I'm speaking about firefighters. Because I try to write, or I express my thoughts in a way that it is not pinned down to any one experience. Therefore, look at it like this. A regular man on the street can hear a poem, one of my poems, and relate to it because of his experience. A police will hear it and relate. A doctor might hear it today and don't relate to it. But 6 months down the line, he finds it relative to his current situation.
Yes.
You know?
I understand very well. All right. You don't see yourself as a poet or a writer, but you express yourself and you represent your expressions.
Yes.
Have you any desire to be on stage and express this, your words, your feelings to an audience?
I have done that. I have been doing that. I have been allowed to use stages, and I am grateful because, in a society like this where everybody is basically clamoring for a spotlight, for the highlight for self, we don't have many stages where a spoken word artist or a poet can express themselves, especially if the expression is a positive one. Because we see where society has deteriorated in a way that majority of the people no longer find positive messages interesting. Because of the change in our culture and the shift from the moving away from our roots and our heritage and adopting another culture or several other cultures. We find ourselves in a very confused situation. And presented with a stage, I am very happy to be able to, if it's even for a few minutes, get the attention of my fellow brothers and sisters, my fellow Africans, to say that, look, this is how I believe we should be operating.
I'm listening to you and I hear you. I fully understand where you're coming from. I understand that you're right to release your own energy and to discuss your own inner issues. What I have found, though, Inkosi, is that when you have come or reached some kind of consensus that frees your soul, it's very important to share that, because immediately you, whether consciously or not, become a potential teacher.
I agree.
And this is one of the ways that you can teach. I'm going to ask you to do a poem of your choice, one of your poems of your choice. I say what I just said a while ago because I listened to your poem that you wrote about your father. Or it was about your father. It started out, I wasn't even sure if it was your father you were talking about.
let me say that it is an experience that I have gone through. I grew up without a father, without the presence of a father, without that father figure. And I am not blind to society's reality. Too many youngsters grow up without fathers. So when I write about my father, the poem titled "Thank You, Dad," and it is on YouTube and all of that. So for everybody who are listening right now, they can check out YouTube when we are through and you can find it there. Thank you, Dad. It is essentially about my experience, but I know it is an experience that a lot of other people share.
Yeah.
That is actually the reason why I decided to write it, because of all the poems I have close to 150 poems that are presented to the public, are made public. And that is actually the first one that speaks directly to my experience.
Okay.
All the others come in the form of energy that everyone can readily take onto themselves.
All right. I realize that you're at work. You're at work, right?
No, I'm actually at home now. I came off duty this morning.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So what I would like for you to do is to share one of your poems. We have about 6 minutes, 5 minutes now, to share one of your poems with our listeners, any one of your poems that we can understand exactly where you are coming from.
All right. I would like to share. I have a poem called Meku Rebuild, and it is written in Patois and English. I did this because I wanted the entire audience to be able to hold on to it. This is for the Jamaican people in particular. So I have to present it in a way that they will readily understand. The youth them mind. Mind oh you mind the youth them mind. And the youth them mind. Mind oh you mind the youth them mind. Careful of your actions. Watch your mouth and make words. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought. Think a toothpaste come out of my hollow tip. This me while my palm have a rubber grip. Fully loaded extension clip is a funeral. Trigger stays. Me watch your skull cap lift, watch your brain take a trip, your life snuff out like on a stormy night candlestick. And the only kind of lyrics near the youth lips them a spit. Watch the future generation. But we are cultivating our youth them mind. And the youth them mind. Mind oh you are mind, the youth them mind. Careful of your actions. Watch your mouth and make words. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought. The youth mind young and impressionable. Very vulnerable in our society at the gullible where useful information is no longer valuable and valuable information is now a bullet to your face. A knife to your chest and communication reduced to single letters replacing words and single sound sentence. Good morning. The gen of them answer. The youth them mind. Mind oh you are mind, the youth them mind. Me say the youth them mind. Mind oh you are mind, the youth them mind. Careful of your actions. Watch your mouth and make words. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought. Black used to be proud to be black. To be powerful is to be black. Now black people hate themselves. Rubbing, swallowing, injecting to achieve the whitening, losing themselves in this commercial beauty Babylon, selling from king and queen to low self-esteem. To low self-esteem, now Mr. Chin with the solution. Rub on the hydrocortisone, reduce the melanin. Careful, John, repaint you with a bolt of lightning. Watch the destructive doctrine when you are promote in the youth, them mind. Mind oh you are mind, the youth them mind. The youth them mind. Mind oh you are mind, the youth them mind. Careful of your actions. Watch your mouth and make words. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought. Yes. This thought is the reorientation of a misguided generation. Drowning in a flood of invalid information, kidnapped, taken hostage by modern colonization, blinded, bound, dragged down a road of vile indoctrination, make we salvage roots and tradition from this political pollution with word, sound, power. Make we rebuild this broken nation called the youth them mind. Mine, oh, you are mine, the youth, them mine. And youth, them mine. Mine, oh, you are mine, the youth, them mine. Careful of your actions. Watch your mouth and make words. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought. Food for thought flowing. Flowing. Food for thought.
Wonderful. Here, what we're going to do now, Inkosi. We're going to take a break for the lunchtime dollars thing someday, right? And then when we come forward, I have 2 more questions for you. And go and think about your salute to Mama Miss Lou, because spoken word Wednesday today, we are Anna Miss Lou. So just go and think about something nice to say to Mama when we come forward.
All right.
All right? All right, don't move, right? Wow, beautiful. So we're going to take a break. We soon come forward. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sanjay Facey, otherwise known as Inkosi, is my guest this afternoon. Sanjay Facey, poet and also firefighter, and his pen name is Inkosi. Inkosi, you there?
Yes, I'm there, Mama Elise.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, man, we really have to mine, because a lot of what we're seeing here now is a result of not mining the youth, their mind,
True.
So we're just loving that one. Have you ever thought of recording any of your poems?
Yes, man, I have a couple and I have a few. I'm actually working on an EP right now. It's supposed to be 7-track spoken word EP. Supposed to be ready for December, release in December.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
EP, the name of the EP will be Bondage, because it mainly speaks about the prison we find ourselves in as Africans. We were once in shackles, physical shackles. Now we find ourselves mainly in a mental prison. And this prison is so complex. A lot of us don't even recognize that we are in prison.
Mm-hmm. So true.
So I decided to do an EP, present it to the world in this light.
Okay. You are a thinker, and it is obvious that you are a powerful speaker just by this interview here, because we didn't really talk that much on the phone, but now that I'm listening to you, and when your voice comes through the microphone and goes out in the ear, it is a different energy, and it's not everyone voice the ear take off. Yeah, that's how we say to you.
True.
But you're powerful. You just naturally. So I'm looking forward.
I have to give thanks to the Most High for that.
Yes. And although it is obvious to me that you love your job and that is a sacrifice, may I also invite you to be a part of the spoken word family, because you have so much to say.
Yeah, well, Mama Elise, thanks for the invitation, But I want to tell you, the moment I decided that I'm going to step up on a stage, I accept that invitation.
Okay, great.
So I accept the invitation even before it was officially given by you representing the spoken word family.
I say that because you said that you don't see yourself like that.
As a writer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm a representative, I'm an advocate for the black people.
Mm-hmm.
I look at myself coming from the roots of Africa as a representation of Africa here in Jamaica. And I have to present myself in such a way,
Mm-hmm.
So, and I want to give thanks to this brother, Devon Graham. The first time I went to Calabash was his doing. I'll tell you the story. I came home from work the morning very exhausted. At that time, I was very stage shy, And we shared an apartment, and he came into my room, pulled me off the bed by my foot, and said that we have to go a Calabash, a Treasure Beach, today, because we have to go and perform one of my poems when always hear me read.
Mm-hmm.
Him say if me have to fight him, where I go.
You know something, you come from that area, they don't?
Yes.
So you have the accent to do. You didn't know? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You see, you might know it because you just talk. But you see, for me listening, you see all the way you talk and wait until I see you make them from down the talk. Yeah. so him pull you off of the bed that one now.
Him draw me off of the bed, and him said to me, even if we have to go fight, if you knock me out as soon as I become conscious, we are God church. Perform. And he did very serious, because I'm a brother like that, when we know him like that.
Right.
He's serious. I mean, just say, all right, you know what? Come, we go. And we tried to go over there and I perform one of my poems, the earlier poems, and I read it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reception was very strange, because we never used to anybody accepting any of my energy like that. It was a bit overwhelming at that too. And then I didn't get to go back to Calabash until the last staging, which happened in 2018. And the reception was good like that. I got a feature in the Gleaner, give thanks to the Gleaner.
Nice.
I was featured on the cover of the sports section, the entertainment section rather.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So that's the open mic section.
Yes.
All right. All right. So, like I said to you before we took the break, we are really celebrating, the whole world is celebrating the icon, Dr. Louise Bennett Coverley. And Spoken Word Wednesday is saluting her along with the world. Salute her.
Well, normally a person would have do a piece from Miss Lou. But I just want to take the opportunity to talk about the contribution that Miss Lou made for all Jamaicans. You see, Miss Lou was one of the first people who identified the Jamaican Creole as a language. And I have to give thanks for that, because Miss Lou allowed everyone in Jamaica to talk patois, the real patois. Patois not mixed with anything else, just patois. Without feeling afraid or feeling ashamed. Without feeling say, all right, you know, if me talk it so, me can't get accepted. Miss Lou contribution, because me if you can write in a patois and read it and read other people patois and express myself in a patois confidently. So we give thanks to Miss Lou, and Miss Lou in all of doing that was always building culture. Miss Lou identify the fact that at the time Jamaica was without a culture. Jamaica basically had the European culture as its own, mostly. So Miss Lou stepped forward along with all of the other pioneers and said, look, we need to have our culture, which is African-based. And in doing so, we'll create a culture, we'll have a language. So Miss Lou gave a patois and said, look, this,
our language.
be proud of this. You must accept this as your own.
Beautiful.
And use it. So I go and I write, because in everything, you know, in every aspect of life, whoever is leading, or whoever is representing you, usually them have the power to decide what happened, when it happened, how it happened. So earlier in the day, I write a poem and I would have one drop, like just a one verse.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
In honor of Miss Lou.
Go ahead.
The poem title, "We Can't Take It." And we talk to the leaders. Me can't take it. Me can't take it. Me can't take this confusion. Me say me can't take it. Yo, me can't take it, sir. No more destruction. What the waves of corruption are pushed down with the nation. This lasting frustration, the good vibes crash. In the hands of politicians, who cause it? What a question. Are the big man? Are the little man? Me think of everyone. Me watch disillusion, tribulation, them hand down to a generation. Them uproot the roots of the ancestors' solid foundation. Me can't take it. Me can't take it. Me can't take this confusion. Me say me can't take it, yo. Me can't take it, sir. No more destruction. Now you see, we can elaborate a little bit on the verse. This poem represents the fact that our ancestors fight so hard to be free from the physical bondage, to be free from the mental bondage. And now, the society we are living in now, what we can see is that the confusion are the best, what is supposed to happen are the best interest of the people, override the sacrifice, or is currently attempting to override the sacrifices made by our forefathers, by the black people who were taken from Africa and brought to this island. Right? And if those who are in charge, those who are supposed to represent the people, don't represent the people well, we're going to find ourselves right in our situation. We were back where we started.
Absolutely. And that will be a tragedy.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. But if we're not careful, we're finding ourselves right back there. Wonderful talking to you. Wonderful talking to you. Wonderful meeting you. Well, even though we have not met physically, wonderful meeting you spiritually. And yes,
Mama Elise. One of the day we're gonna meet.
Yes, man.
Physically, you know.
Yes,
and
man.
If I can just take a minute to shout out the 876 Performers platform. This is a social media platform group that is developed by Soul the poet. He created it. I'm a part of it. We're trying to mobilize a change using spoken word with poets from all over the world, basically. So big up 876 Performers platform. They're on Instagram, 876 Poetry, and we're looking to create the other platform medias on Facebook and on YouTube. We're working on that right now. You know.
Okay, wonderful. So, well, we're looking forward to hearing more from the 876 Performers platform, and we're inviting those on that platform to share this platform. So
thank you very much, Mama Elise. We're grateful.
Most welcome, my dear.
I'm grateful to the Most High to present this nation with a radio station, Irie FM, from 1990 until now. You know.
Give thanks for the support. Okay, so remember now that as soon as you have that EP ready, give us a copy and we will share it with the nation.
Mama Elise, me a travel come and studio with it.
All right, my son. All right, my love. Have a wonderful day and continue to express.
You know, and thanks very much.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Yes, this is a platform for our spoken word practitioners. Powerful voice. Powerful expressions. Sanjay Facey, we need platforms where we can express ourselves positively as a people. Pleasure, Sanjay Facey, a firefighter and a spoken word warrior who goes by the name Inkosi.